Hey everybody, it's Andrea Olson with Go Diaper Free, and this is the podcast. I'm recording episode 77, so enjoy watching me record this episode. Let's do it. And at the very end, I will ask for your comments below and help you out with any questions you have about today's topic. Let's go. Welcome to the Go Diaper Free podcast, where we're all about helping you stop depending on diapers as early as birth. I'm your host, Andrea Olson, author and mom of 5 e-seed babies, all e-seed from birth, all out of diapers by walking. This is episode 77, Potty Power, picking the best potty for elimination communication. You can read the written version of today's show over at godiaperfree.com/77, where I'll also conveniently link to all the things I mentioned in today's episode. And I'll also be replying to comments over there, so come on by when you're finished at the end of the show. If for some reason you get interrupted during this podcast and you need to finish up by reading, you will see the full version of this episode in written words over there as well. All right. So hi, everyone. Thanks for being here. We're going to talk about the best potties for elimination communication today and give you up-to-the-moment advice on which potties are the best for each age and stage of toilet learning today. Recently, we've talked a lot about reducing friction for you and your baby, about creating really good habits, about teaching parts of the process starting at walking, and about clothing your baby in an easy wardrobe. That was in the last episode, number 76. Choosing the correct potty is no exception. Newsflash, you do not need a special potty to do elimination communication. You can totally just use the sink or the toilet. You can put a low stool in front of the toilet if you want. You can use any mixing bowl or basin-like container, mason jar, frisbee, whatever. But to be honest, over starting 5 of my own babies from birth and helping hundreds of thousands more parents start EC with their babies across the globe, having an EC-specific potty is often the magic key to helping baby move forward, especially out of a potty pause or resistant phase, but even more so just toward independence. The right potty can truly make or break your success with EC, and I am not joking. So we have 4 categories of potties when doing EC with a young baby: the top hat potty, the mini potty, the toilet seat reducer, and the portable seat reducer for public toilets. So today we're going to talk about all 4 categories. I'm going to give you my top recommendation based on what's working for everybody right now. And you don't need a special potty, but one can totally help you, especially if you're experiencing struggles or you want to avoid them. So first, let's talk about the top hat potty for newborns. The top hat potty is basically a potty that is held between the legs and looks like an upside down top hat. It has been widely used across Asian cultures for as long as potties have been around. There are some photos of babies on this potty over there at the show notes at godiaperfree.com/77 if you want to take a look. This potty is essential for newborn EC, as babies at the wee tender ages of 0 to 8 weeks old feel most secure in a classic or cradled classic EC hold, close to your body and not held far above anything like a sink or a toilet. It is also a wonderful potty for middle of the night pottying, as you can keep it nearby and easily potty the baby without having to get out of the bed or walk her to the bathroom, very likely disturbing her sleep. So this, one of our mamas in our community says, "My little one is 6 weeks and we've been practicing EC for a few weeks. The top hat potty makes nighttime EC so much easier. My little one and I love it. I also plan to use it for on-the-go pottying once we're out and about more." That was a little testimonial from the Tiny Undies site where I sell the top hat potty because people took it off the market several years ago and I brought it back. Speaking of out and about, the top hat is also great for outings and on-the-go pottying when you're in the in-arms pottying stage of EC. Basically, you're holding your baby. You're doing the point-and-shoot method. This is typically 0 to 12 months, but it can vary widely. I have used the top hat with my 2-year-old when we were on a tour of the Biltmore Estate here in Asheville. It is the largest residence in America, or maybe the world. There was no public toilet access for 1.5 hours of the tour, so I whipped it out of the stroller, even though I mostly used it for my newborn, and he went in there, and then we placed it in the bottom of the stroller until we found the actual toilet to dump it in. So lastly, the top hat is great for nursing your baby over. If you have one who poops while breastfeeding, raise your hand. You know who you are. This can help your baby feel clean and dry and keep your cleanup work to a minimum, and also help him get a great full feed. So basically they pop off, which is a signal that means they need to go. You hold them over the top hat, or you just keep them over it if you're nursing over it, and then they continue to finish the feed without being interrupted by a nasty diaper change. This mama says it best: my baby only ever pees or poos during nursing or immediately after. The top hat potty works so well while breastfeeding, and she doesn't seem to notice it at all. I recommend using a top hat potty with a soft, cozy, it's called a cozy. It's a soft cotton top. So your baby's legs are protected from the hard, cold plastic. That's the only negative about it. It's just best to get one with this cozy and with a non-slip aspect. So the one that I have has both of those features, because when I brought it back to market, I also found that the existing top hat potty before, the one they discontinued, would slip right out from between my legs and cause a spill. So I put a really thick rubber band, no slip grip on the middle of it as well. So anyway, you can check that out over at tinyundies.com/top hat. It's also linked to in the show notes for today. By the way, if your baby cries every time you hold her in position, try the top hat. It might solve that problem for you, like it has for so many parents in our community. Sometimes they don't like feeling like they're being dangled over a sink or a toilet, and having that on their bottom where they can touch the cotton with their bottom makes some babies feel more secure and less likely to cry during a potty tunity. Okay. The mini potty for sitting babies and young toddlers. We spoke about when to transition from in-arms pottying to a mini potty, sitting on their own potty, back in episode 39. And when you're feeling like doing it, it is really important to get an EC-specific mini potty. Specifically, get one that is short enough for his feet to fully touch the ground when he's sitting on it, and one that is short enough that he can mount without much assistance, because remember, they're very strongly, I want to do it myself. Even at early ages, when they start to walk, they're like, why do I need you except just to feed me and hug me every once in a while? And I kind of jest, but it really is important for them to be able to do this independently. There's a picture on this on the show notes over on my blog at godiaperfree.com/77 that compares the Baby Bjorn potty chair, the Baby Potty Mini Potty, which is mine on Tiny Undies, the Baby Bjorn Smart Potty, and the IKEA Lila Potty. So you can really tell how much shorter the one that I have brought to market is, because when, we'll talk about that in a second, but when one of them went off the market, I just had to make one that my kids could use. So getting the right size, really, really short, reduces the often unseen friction to using the toilet independently. If they can't easily get onto it, why bother? So many parents have told me that the correct mini potty has thrown them directly from resistance to full potty independence. I can best share why by sharing what some of our mini potty users have said. And this is not to promote it, but honestly, you guys, I only made this mini potty because my kids can't get on the bigger potties, and we really needed them, you guys. So my just turned 8-month-old has gone in this every day since we got it. I have 0 EC prior experience. It's the perfect height for such a wee bumpkin and wee bum, and is very light. And the second woman said, we finally took the plunge with EC, and I love it way more than I expected. With my back issues, I knew I wanted to get her used to the mini potty before she could sit herself on it, in hopes that I can set her little tushy down at ASAP. I love this product. My baby girl loves it. The color is great too. I like the colors too. And the next mom said, it is working great in the living room with our 3-month-old. So there's a picture over on the post as well of our 6-year-old holding then 2-month-old baby Twyla on the baby potty. And the last one is, we've had our baby potty only a few days, and my 8-month-old is really digging it. We've had great success with her using it so far. After a few potty strikes, when holding her over the regular toilet, she happily sits on this potty until she is done. Also, I don't have to fight her trying to jump off the big toilet anymore. I'm looking forward to when she can dump it herself. So you guys, the mini potty is a good choice for all the stages and ages. Here are some examples of how you can use it at what age. You can hold a smaller baby over it in the classic EC hold. You can support a baby on it who is almost sitting. Don't let them use their own pressure on their spine until they're sitting independently, but you can hold one onto it. You can use it for a baby who can sit independently, and you can use it for a young toddler who's begun to walk and is at the perfect age for taking over the reins, which is really like right after they start walking, they start wanting that. To grab the best mini potty for EC at tinyundies.com/mini potty. I brought this one to market when the Baby Bjorn company stopped making the little potty, which was our EC go-to up until that date. It has solved so many EC parents' resistance and wrap-up problems. You can also get any one of the other potties on the market. It really doesn't matter. But if you are finding that you have resistance or wrap-up problems or a really independent child who, or you just want to prevent problems from happening, then I would definitely go for the one that we carry. We got it specifically for that. And if you can find, let's see, the Bico Potty has changed its style, but if you can find one of the older ones, those were good. But honestly, none of them are really short anymore, and they're really hard for babies to get on. Cool, now let's talk about the toilet seat reducer for escape artist babies and low mess parents. So if you're using a mini potty, eventually you will want to transition to the big toilet. I mean, it's just inevitable. Podcast episode 40 covers when and how to make this transition in depth. But when you move to the big toilet, you will need to put a toilet seat reducer on it at first so the baby feels safe, stable, and secure sitting on it without feeling like he's going to fall in. So some reasons you might want to start using the big toilet with a seat reducer include: you have an escape artist on your hands. She will just not stay put once set on the mini potty. She just gets right up. Maybe you are tired of having to clean poop out of the mini potty. Maybe your baby is resisting for some unknown reason. You'd like to get your baby used to big toilets so that potty tunities during outings go more smoothly because there are big toilets there too. Maybe you're wrapping it up and just moving to the big toilet makes sense for you. And or your child is able to climb a stool to get onto the big toilet. This is not a requirement for changing to the big toilet. We totally use it with our 13-month-old, and we have with all of our kids. But it just really depends on what you're experiencing. And sometimes changing from the mini potty to the big toilet can be the thing that helps. Changing from one toilet to any other toilet that I name in this podcast really could be the key. It just depends on a little bit of experimentation. So eventually, you can remove the reducer from the equation and teach your baby to either put her hands on her lap or hold the edges of the toilet while sitting on it. Generally, this will happen when she starts telling you she doesn't need it anymore. I'm not a baby. I don't need that toilet seat reducer. Get rid of it, mom or dad. And that's when you know to get rid of the toilet seat reducer. Or maybe you've forgotten it and they have to sit on a public toilet without it. And then that's when you start. Sometimes I forget to take our 1-year-old seat reducer off our big toilet. My 2.5-year-old will come in and need to go to the bathroom, and then he'll say, "No, that's for babies. I'm a big boy." So they certainly have their strong preferences at that age, as you know. Okay, so the best toilet seat reducer is one that is safe, stable, and secure. My favorites include, number 1, the Wee Potty by Prince Lionheart. If you can find the all foam one, use that. But recently they introduced one with the plastic rim and handles. I've heard good things about it as well. I have one of the old school all foam ones. Sometimes I've heard that they can crack with extended use. One of mine has, one of mine hasn't. But now they have one that has a plastic rim and handles, and I've heard good things. Number 2, the Ginsey seat reducer. This one has characters on it. As you may know, I'm not into character prints. Hello, Tiny Undies. I'm not into screen time. But what I've found is that the novelty of their seats can often just encourage sitting and staying to go on the potty, even if they don't know who these characters are. So they come with an optional rubber splash guard for boys that is quite high, which I really like. And they come with handles, making this an excellent potty seat at a very affordable price of around $10 to $15 US. And then the third seat reducer recommendation I have for you is the Potty Plus, which we'll discuss next. It's a portable seat reducer that you can use at home, so your baby gets used to using it on the big toilet, making outings that much easier when you're using it at a store. It is very stable and comfortable, and I have tried the OXO one, I've tried a bunch of other ones, and I like the Potty the best. So again, this podcast is not all about my products, but I do carry the Top Hat Potty, I do carry the Mini Potty. I don't carry a toilet seat reducer or a portable seat reducer, so these are the ones that I love as well. So the portable seat reducer for public toilets and outings, like I just mentioned, you can get one to take with you for pottying on the go, and I highly recommend doing this. You'll want something that can fold up rather small, be easily transportable from place to place, keep one in your diaper-free bag or in your vehicle. I have tried them all literally, including sticking our Ginsey seat into the bag and using it on public toilets, which actually worked quite well, but it was very bulky. I've also brought my Top Hat Potty in my bag and used it while squatting in a stall in a public bathroom with a very young baby who would only go comfortably on the top hat. But when baby is comfortable sitting independently around, say, 6 to 8 months old, I will train them to use my favorite portable potty, which is the Potty Plus. I do have a picture of my 2-year-old being pottied on the side of the road with the potette. So I have the rubber reusable insert. A lot of you don't know that this exists. So I can use the potette as a mini potty in the car with the rubber insert in it, or on the side of the road over grass or concrete with no insert in it if it's just a pee. Obviously, we want to be responsible. They also come with disposable absorbent bags, but those feel like diaper waste to me, so I never have used them. This seat folds out flat and can be placed on any public toilet, porta potty, or home seat, making it incredibly versatile. Sometimes it's kind of hard to snap it into place, but you have to get the hang of it. I just want you to get one if you're having trouble or you want to be able to potty on the go. Just get one. You won't be sorry. And train at home with it first so you can provide a seamless experience for your sweet baby. Okay, and that's it, you guys. That's all I have to say about potties. Again, see the written version of this podcast over at godiaperfree.com/77. There are links to everything I've mentioned in this post. If I've missed a potty that is new on the market that you love, definitely comment there that you know of it and tell us what it is. Head over to the post right now and let me know which potty you're currently using and which one you might invest in for your next stage of EC or potty learning. So which one are you using right now and which one you might invest in next? I hope to see you over there in the comments. I answer every one. Next time we'll talk about what to do when observation time yields nothing. Happy pottying, y'all. I'm Andrea Olson, and you've been listening to the Go Diaper Free podcast at godiaperfree.com, and I'll see you next time. And that's it. Please comment below. I would like to know which potty you're currently using, which one you might invest in for the next stage of EC or potty learning if you've got a next stage coming up, which we typically all do. And if there are any potties on the market that I have missed that might be good as well, share below. Hit the bell and subscribe. I'll let you know when the next video is up. I will have some non-podcast videos coming up on the YouTube station soon, so stay tuned for those as well. And I look forward to seeing you in the comments here. Take care.